We're going to go live in May, and we're going to start building throughout the year lots of really interesting projects. So we're not just going for, people just look at the classic kind of TradFi RWA. We're going to build a rich tapestry of issuers and issuances, and we're going to make it a place that people want to visit and participate.
Hello, you're watching Proactive. I'm joined today by Adrian Hogg, Head of Valerian Markets Global, and Carmen Ochoa, Head of Valerian Markets El Salvador. Adrian, Carmen, very good to meet you. Thanks for joining us. So lots of news to talk about. Adrian, I'll start with you. You're gearing up to open your new RWA trading platform and digital wallet service next month. Tell us more about RWA and what's planned.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, we've been working. We're licensed in El Salvador, licensed by CNAD. We are a digital asset service provider, a DASP. We have full permissions for primary market, secondary market, and the full life cycle of digital assets. And we've been working hard to build a pipeline of various asset classes, what we refer to as TradFi. So for underlying equities, debt, funds, and such like. Sports, we're also looking at. We've been speaking to football, cricket, golf, surfing, a kind of lifestyle tokenization. We've got hotel and leisure, real estate, and the arts as well. It's something we're very interested in. We've got lots of interesting pipeline building. We've been working on pipeline for a number of months now, and we're really looking forward to get started.
And Adrian, really, these launches put you at the center of what is a burgeoning market for tokenized real-world assets, don't they?
Yes, yeah, they do. The market is growing really fast. We've been in blockchain and tokenization for a while now, and this is kind of the next wave that's coming through. Following, we had ICOs in kind of like 16, 17, 18, and then we fast forward to now. We're moving more into RWA, and people see the benefits of blockchain and RWA. It's one of the most obvious benefits of the digitization of ownership of assets and tangible rights. Being them units in a real estate or an equity holding, it's geared up and designed for the full life cycle by digitalization. So it's not a big surprise that we're moving into this space, and now is the time.
And why El Salvador, Adrian?
Well, it has. I mean, there are lots of competitive nations around the world and jurisdictions that are doing this, but El Salvador, from our point of view, has the perfect package. It's government and regulator aligned. You'll see in some jurisdictions where the government is pro, but the regulator is not. They really hold back, or vice versa. You've got the regulator is very much into it, but the government is not. We have absolute certainty in El Salvador with a very strong government, a very strong regulator. They're completely aligned. Bukele's government adopted Bitcoin in 2021 as legal tender. They showed that they're really in the space. The digital regulator came along in 2023. We got licensed. We kept our eye on it. Got licensed in 24, and it's a great place to do business. We've been there. We're going to invest our time and effort and capital into the business there, and it's a great place. We're very happy there.
Well, Carmen, let's bring you in here, because as head of Valerian Markets El Salvador, you're part of a 4-person delegation that met with the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission this week. Tell us more about that meeting and what it was targeted at.
Thank you, Stephen. Yeah, we actually had a very good meeting, and I had the privilege to be included in this team that's leading the Sandbox initiative. And well, through the National Commission of Digital Assets, El Salvador has created and is working hard just to maintain a digital ecosystem that provides both strong consumer protection and transparent regulation, and still allowing digital assets innovation. So CNAD heard the Commissioner Spurs call for a dialogue on a cross-border sandbox, and stands ready to provide practical data and real-world use cases that can be best help the crypto task force to build practical digital assets regulation in the United States. So I was very fortunate to be included in this team.
So where do you take it from here? What's planned as this moves forward, this project, Carmen?
Well, there's not actually a plan already, but the wheels have been set in motion. The task force knows that we're there ready to provide, as I said, use cases that could provide important data for them, and we hope that we can be included as a company in whatever projects that they have that will lead the United States to open the market.
And could you briefly explain what the sandbox is, Carmen?
Well, it's basically having small projects in a regulated and controlled environment through CNAD here in El Salvador, that they will be supervising and approving every project, and that will provide data for the crypto task force for the SEC.
And Adrian, what's next? What should we be watching out from Valeria Markets?
We're going to go live in May, and we're going to start building throughout the year lots of really interesting projects. So we're not just going for, people just look at the classic kind of TradFi RWA. We're going to build a rich tapestry of issuers and issuances, and we're going to make it a place that people want to visit and participate. So we're really looking forward to building that. So you'll see over the course of the next few months a really interesting marketplace full of various issuers in all kinds of different areas of business. So it's going to be really good.
Well, I hope you'll both keep us updated on any progress on all of those initiatives. Thank you very much for speaking with us today.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Adrian Hogg is head of Valeria Markets Global. Carmen Ochoa, head of Valeria Markets El Salvador.